there's another setting that, yeah, it's like, yeah, maybe. I still don't like how. Can y'all see that? Hey, you chomp your eyes? Really irritates my wife, so I come out to the truck to chomp my eyes. That way I don't get yelled at. This past week, I had several days that I shot little video clips and you know here at the house and then driving down the road and in different parking lots and went down to the deer woods and did a little bit of work and talked about some of the things that I was going to do in these videos. And then I never got around to putting them all together. And you know, up until probably the last video, maybe the last two, all of my videos were raw, completely unedited, and that's pretty obvious. uh, and then I got some video editing software, and I was having a hard time using my iPhone, getting the video to transfer from the iPhone to the Windows computer. Some iCloud issues and stuff, and so then I find this camera on Amazon. It's a 4K camera, and um, it had some really good reviews. I can't tell you a brand on it because it doesn't have a name brand. It just says digital video camera, DVC, and it's not very expensive. It doesn't even focus, as a matter of fact. I mean, it's got like a focal range. Comes with a remote control that allows you to do things like zoom in, you know. There I am. Hey, there's a close up of my handsome face. My beautiful teeth. I paid $7,000 for those teeth. Well, my insurance company did. But anyhow, then, I've got the video clips to edit into a video, and I've just never really taken the time this week to put anything together. And one of the things that I found is that I can drop in these little 10-second video clips from the trail cams, and I do a lot of sitting at the computer just looking at these. And this time of the year is really not a good time of the year to have your trail cams out doing anything because the deer look rough. The bucks don't have any horns on them, so unless they got like some kind of scar or a notch in their ear or something that makes them identifiable, from the other bucks, it's really kind of hard to tell which ones are which. But, and quite honestly, this time of the year, this month, May and June, that's really a good time to just go out and collect your trail cameras and bring them back to the house and take the batteries out of them, clean them up, let them sit for a month or two, give them a break and let them dry. But I enjoy watching the deer develop, so I leave mine out year round. And this month and the next month, maybe the following month after that, I won't go to the trail cams as often. I got some other things that I need to be getting done. We've got our feed plots pretty well, all but two of them. We've pretty well got them all seeded and fertilized and waiting for things to grow in there. Now I've ordered some some seed to use for the screening around the edges and along the edge of the travel corridors. You still have to get back out into them for that. But going back to the trail cam images, I like to watch the deer develop. You know, got a couple twins hanging out down in Big 8, and it's kind of neat to watch them, frolic around. And we're looking at them right now as about a year old. Uh, Depends on when they were born. They may be, call it 10 months to 13 months old. And it'll be interesting to see how they develop through the year. And, as you can see, we've got several does that are carrying, a couple 2-year-olds, a couple 3-year-olds. And, well, look at those bellies on them things. It's going to be exciting here in another month when all these fawns start dropping. We've touched on it before. Some of them, their first year does, they're going to have probably a single fawn, and then some of them, the older does, will have triplets. For the most part, most of them are going to be having twins. And with the doe population that we've got out here, my goodness, the fawns are going to be everywhere. And I can't stress this enough. Don't be a doe napper, okay? It all too often we read about, we hear about, we see where a fawn has taken up bedding down in somebody's yard or close to their house or something like that. And our first reaction is, oh my gosh, I've got to save this poor little thing. It's going to starve. Well, no, it's not. Its mom hid it over in that area to protect it from predators. She's off doing her thing, eating and grazing around, and she'll come back to it so it can nurse. And then she'll wander off again and leave it there by itself. In our human nature, we're designed to rescue. I'm the exact same way. And but it's just like trying to watch a butterfly trying to get out of its cocoon. I remember a story one time where a guy was talking about sitting there watching this butterfly trying to emerge out of its cocoon, and he couldn't resist the temptation to try to assist it, so he took his little pocket knife out and he cut on the cocoon a little bit and made it easier for the butterfly to emerge. And what he didn't realize was that by opening up that passage, the butterfly wasn't forcing the life fluids into the wings and things that needed to happen for it to develop into a beautiful butterfly. And it basically just fell from the cocoon into the ground and it died. Again, human nature is to try to help, try to rescue, try to make things better. Like buying this stupid camera thinking that it'd make it easier to make these videos. And we just make things worse. But man, I tell you what, I need to get on the ball, need to get more stuff put together. Me and Doc, oh my goodness, we had so much fun out in the woods on Friday. We was walking around with our little hand seed spreaders and putting in some soybeans in some areas and scattering some more orchard grass and clover. And him and I were able to take Jacob out this morning, Saturday morning, to do some turkey hunting. And we got a late start. It was really kind of funny. We both show up at the cabin roughly at the same time, and we're sitting there already looking at daylight thinking, man, we should have been here an hour ago. And we got off over by Cat Patch and sat down and got the the turkey decoys put out, and Jacob's sitting over there with his box call, and Doc and I are sitting back in behind him, and we had a good time. We didn't see a single bird. As a matter of fact, we didn't even see a single squirrel. It was like all the wildlife knew that we were there, and they all went a different direction or they stayed home. But it was still good times. It's always good times out in the woods with Doc and with my son. Had a great time, and anyhow, made it back to the house in time to get myself a little bit of a nap. And now it's time to do some work out in this yard. Oh my goodness. This yard has gotten, don't, when you drive by, just keep looking straight ahead. Don't, don't look over here, okay? I'm embarrassed. Hey, have a good job, man day.